In John, the 15th chapter, Jesus uses a beautiful metaphor to talk about what is the foundations of the church, of Christendom, of the individual relationship between God and humanity. Jesus says, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. And so, vines can live hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands of years in some cases. The vine doesn't die, essentially. The branches do. They age and have to be cut loose and all that kind of thing. So just like, the church is not the same in every time and place, and the members are all different, but they're all the same in the sense that they're all connected to this one vine. And it's perfectly okay for a church in one place and operating, with certain personalities and in a certain environment to have very different beliefs from another church in another place and time. That's the way it should be. Things should adapt to their environment so long as they remain true to the core of having the vine connected to the branches, so that the sap can flow through that spiritual nourishment that we need that comes from Jesus. As long as that's there, we're going to be okay. The vine is Jesus Christ. We are the branches. And that means that every one of us who calls ourselves Christian is connected to every other one who calls themselves Christian, because we're only an individual branch, but the vine has all the branches connected to it. And then it talks about fruit. Well, if the Christian church is not really bringing about fruit, then what is it doing there? It kind of needs to be pruned back, and a stronger, a better way of operating needs to take its place. And so he's talking about bearing fruit, and it is natural for a branch to bear fruit. We are naturally gifted by God. We are given some sort of mission. We may not be altogether clear on exactly what it is, but we know how to live according to God's principles, and we know how to live in relationship with others so that these gifts and talents will find their way into the community and then find their way into the world. That's what this fruit means. And the foundation of what it means to be a Christian is to be connected. And of course, the church has gone through some hard times. The connections that are being made on Sunday morning are not quite the same ones that were even 5 years ago, much less 50 years ago. It's all very different. But there can be no way of understanding Christendom without understanding the need for relationship with other Christians. Sure, throughout the ages, this has taken very many different kinds of attempts. Maybe in a house, maybe in a giant cathedral, maybe out in an open field. There's all kinds of ways to do this, but the church must be related to each other and drawing its nourishment from Jesus Christ, his teachings, his life, and his ministry.